Right, and I'll start this here.
Yeah, Glenn, if you can start the TG one, that would be
Yep,
great also.
started.
Okay, so welcome everyone in the Whale Talk community. I'm here with Sway from Banana Task Force Ape. And before we get started, Sway, maybe you want to give us a little bit of your background and the team's background in crypto or in general, and how you ended up with to the point where you are today.
Yeah, sure. What's up, everybody? My name is Sway. I am the marketing lead, the party rocker. I ship the crowd, the people's champ, of Banana Task Force 8, and I'll be leading this AMA today. How I got into crypto, I think that's everybody's crazy love story. Um, my love story with crypto, especially Bitcoin, was through Silk Road days in college. If some of you guys know what I mean. so,
No, no, go ahead.
so,
Don't let me stop you. Yeah.
so yeah, it's been like, ooh, I mean, in crypto terms, probably 100 years, but in realistic, probably around 8 years, eight to actually no, like yeah, like 8 years. I've been in 8 years. I've been in crypto. So I started with like just blue chip tokens and stuff like that. Bitcoin. Before COVID, I made my way into getting into projects like Phantom, um, Matic, Ethereum. Just pretty much all of that. But I had a wild, wild, wild roller coaster when I got into a project called Safe Moon, and then it ended up leading me to get into projects like Shiba Inu and more during that time. So my experience with crypto has been since hodling from every dip from all-time highs being around 3,000, going the way up to 14,000, back to like 3,000, and then even getting into a lot of early projects like Safe Moon, Ship, and even a couple more. Um, I was able to achieve financial freedom um, by getting into those projects early on and taking profits. And I just do crypto sort of full time now. So that's a little bit about myself. And for my educational background, I do have a dual degree in finance and marketing. I worked at Apple store level, and then worked my way up to corporate by doing as one of the marketing leads for Apple, where I connect business customers from artists, musicians, and even just general e-commerce to do keynotes at our retail locations.
That sounds
So that
yeah, that sounds really
yeah.
good, Sway. Like it sounds like your journey is still ongoing, and yeah, you mentioned Silk Road and all that. I've heard a few stories, people finding old seeds wallets and stuff like that, and of course, I've tried it as well back in the day, but yeah, let's we can move on to the project. So, can you give us like
Well,
a high level overview of Banana Task Force Ape and what you guys are trying to achieve, and then we can go into more specific details about the project.
yeah, sure, but I can't forget about the other slackers that's a part of our team. but
Oh, sorry. I thought that was it. Right, go right ahead. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I could just run it myself because I mean, everything they do is on the back end. But we do have Georgie. He's one of our lead developers. He's probably one of the best persons that I have ever seen, behind the project because he was able to work with other developers to, make us be one of the first projects that have all of our utilities out way before we launch. And what I mean by our utilities, I mean our swap, our exchange, our wallet, our aggregator system, our dashboard, our staking, the whole shebang. And we're constantly working on it now. He has a degree in IT from the Illinois Institute, um, and he's pretty much he almost takes my spot when it comes to being a rock star. We also have Angie. She's the project lead. She handles everything when it comes to guerrilla tactics and you know linking us up with businesses and also listening into AMAs that we're going to be doing in the future or even market strategies. So before I joined any AMA, Angie, she usually give me the rundown of the crowd, the community, the type, and I pretty much adapt to those type of situations and communities. So she does everything when it comes to strategic partnerships, AMAs, and also working out deals with our sex exchanges that we're going to be listing on. Um, Phonics, CryptoPhonics, he is our community leader. He's pretty much the wise one out the group of us ambitious developers. But he handles everything when it comes to our Telegram, our Twitter. Pretty much keep the positivity and mood going, and also give us ideas and stuff that we can implement within the project that we constantly keep updating every day.
Right. And was that it? Like, can we go on? Right.
Yeah, that's all of them. Besides, we
Well,
got over 10. Uh-huh.
yeah, I mean, I don't. We don't need to go into the all the admins and mods and all that. I'm familiar I know some people have no idea what it takes to run a project in the background. You know, and they think that the 4 or 5 core members that you have are doing everything, but it's a whole mechanism back there. You know, keeping everything smooth. You know, from communications to development and marketing and all that, right?
Exactly. So
Yes.
yeah, we got we got a whole army. We got a whole army of people that's looking for the success of our project.
Yeah, it's exciting. I was reading about it. So maybe you can give us a quick rundown of what you're trying to achieve and how you're going about it, and then I have a few questions that yeah I want to go in some of the details.
Yeah, sure. So, Banana Task Force 8, it's pretty much the trifecta of everything decentralized and centralized. And what I mean by that is we're going to be creating we're going to be creating our ecosystem, you know, from Web3, NFTs, and also our native and governance token. And how we're going to be able to create this system is by building everything early and also having a set goal and an achievement calendar that a lot of projects don't have today. You know, with Banana Task Force 8, not only are we going to, show our quality when it comes to, our utility, our marketing, and our community, but we're also going to focus on exclusivity where, there'll be certain tabs and certain groups that you cannot be able to enter unless you either have our native token, our governance token, or our NFTs. With Banana Task Force 8, we're trying to bring back that exclusivity amongst the space because currently if you're joining two or three projects, you will see that you can possibly see that same whale or that same investor in two or three other projects. And what we want to do is we want to make it exclusive where you're not seeing the same familiar faces. And we also want to step outside of that circle that so many projects are in today. So our focus is on really just marketing, have a strategic um, tactics when we want to get certain type of investors, and also reaching out to retail investors because that's something that no project is actually doing today. A couple cool things about our project is we preach no gimmicks, more fundamentals. And what we're saying by that is we're not one of those projects that's going to give you speculative, you know, speculative, you know, goals that we're trying to accomplish. Everything that we're doing has already been accomplished, such as our wallet, our exchange, our aggregator system, our staking, our dashboard, us being audited by Certec, us being our staking contract being audited by Interfi, and us being KYC'd on PinkCell, um, Assured DeFi, and as well Floyd's. We want to set a standard in this space because a lot of projects are speculative right now. A lot of projects want to do P2E, wallets, Certec, everything. And what we want to do is we want to be one of those projects that have everything done that's our milestones right at the beginning. So what we only focus on is actually building that human interaction that's kind of lacking in that space now. We want to build our community. We want to be able to build relationships with our local businesses and then expand nationally and globally. And we also want to have that human interaction where if you hold our native token, you have access to coin tiered events, live events that we're going to be doing, and as well, you're going to have access to future IDOs that we will be doing with our project, and also secret groups, our merchandise, and as well NFT minting, automatic whitelisting on NFT minting collections that we will be bringing to the space in a few weeks.
I love what I'm hearing, Sway. I love how you said that combining the decentralized with the centralized, right? And is that does that relate to people having sort of ownership and getting the Blip Studios engaged, or how do you see that?
Yeah, sure. So, we're going to be actually working with a legal law firm called Upper Hyde and PC. We're sending them our retainer and everything now. Um, this law firm will be pretty much our partner when it comes to our company, Flip Studios, which will be the head over our NFTs. So, when we mean centralized, a lot of people don't know, but currently the SEC is cracking down on NFT projects that's and listing a lot of NFT projects as a security instead of a utility. And the reason because of that is a lot of projects, NFTs and whatnot, they're promising, staking, and they're promising if you hold this, you can be able to get this. And the SEC looks at that as a security. So when we talk about centralized, we're going to be, once we launch our NFT collection and everything, um, if you hold our NFTs, you will get 20% stake in Blip Studios revenue, rather that be weekly, monthly or quarterly. And because of this, we have to register our NFT company um, with our lawyers, with the SEC as a utility. So that's how we're kind of bringing a centralization, um, bringing some form of centralization on that side, because these are things that we have to do to ensure all our longevity within this space. Because there's a lot of projects that are rug pull and NIT projects that are just leaving investors empty-handed, and that's not being unnoticed.
Yeah, I understand, and I'm curious about the Blip Studios. What will be some of the ways that Blip Studio will create profit to be able to distribute to the ecosystem?
Yeah, sure. So with Blip Studios, with when it's regards to our NFTs, Blip Studios will be Blip Studios will be supported by our governance token. So we're going to be releasing our governance token after we release our native token, and then our NFTs will follow afterwards. Our floor will not only be supported by our royalties that we make from our NFT transactions on OpenSea, but with every transaction happening on our governance, 4% of that will be automatically allocated to buying NFTs weekly at market price and burning those NFTs, which means that when holders obtain our NFTs for $180 plus gas, they will automatically have a support level because our governance token will be buying NFTs at a weekly at market price and burning them. That will pretty much incentivize holders to hold their NFTs because do you want to get wrecked because you bought an NFT at $180 and then a smart contract just bought it back from you for $200? We'll we believe that with this form of utility, people are going to be raising the bar for our NFTs and raising the floor constantly up to the point where we can have a floor level of either zero point 0.5 to ETH the first month of our NFT launch.
That sounds
And
like
then
a.
also, mhm.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And then also too, because of our NFT collection, we're going to be working and partnering with a lot of NFT projects in this space to really push our marketing when it comes to our NFTs. So, because of this, we want to ensure when we release 10,000 of these BTFA NFTs, we want to make sure that we sell out. We don't want to be a project that, we launch these NFTs and then we still have them up for a week. Our goal is to be able to build our relationships with bigger NFT projects because with NFTs and these projects, they're more likely to support you rather than cryptocurrencies, other crypto projects. So we'll be building a lot of relationship with blue chip projects where they'll be giving us advice, examples, and constructive criticism on things that we need to do to make sure that our NFTs sell out. And once our NFTs sell out, 75% will go into our treasury, and with the 25%, 20% will go to our native token and governance token, and 5% will go to the team. And
Right. So,
with the treasury, mhm,
yeah. I was just gonna say, it's a very interesting burning mechanism that you're gonna use, and I was gonna ask if it's built into the tokenomics, but you're obviously clearing that up now. So yeah.
yeah, so it will be built into our governance. It will be built into our governance smart contract where we'll be buying all the NFTs weekly at market price and burning them. And with the treasury, how we're going to make people earnings is we're going to buy an art studio where we will host silent minting auctions, and also we're going to host events, music events, meetups at this art studio, and also potential merchandise pop up that we're going to be working with actual urban designers.
That sounds
And
super
from
super
every
exciting. Like, sorry to cut you off, but
Mhm.
it's great to. Do you have like a location in mind, or like you mentioned the art studio, and maybe you can give us some details on the silent minting auctions and all that. You can't just be throwing stuff like that like it's nothing, you know. Like let's take it. Just give us a little bit more on, if you can, or a small inside scoop at least, into all of these. We can just brush past them, like.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, when we hold like silent minting auctions and stuff, it's kind of some things that I have seen in like my city, where you go to a party and they put headphones in your head, and you listen to music, and the event just be in silence. So what we were planning on doing was when we acquire our art studio, we'll probably launch our first event maybe 2 weeks afterwards. our event will be live where we'll probably stream it on Twitch. We'll probably stream it on Twitch and YouTube. Where we're going to have professional auctioners, pretty much auctioning rare NFTs that we will be donating the proceeds, well, some of the proceeds to charity. So because of this, we will be pretty much getting we'll be pretty much showing the reaction of people that's going to be there, that's going to be bidding on our NFTs, and because of this, it's going to be complete silence. Only thing you'll be hearing is the auctioneer talk about the NFT, talk about the charity that some of the proceeds will go to, and the starting price.
That
And
sounds
everyone,
super interesting.
mhm,
Sorry to cut you off.
yep.
Yeah. And I also I
It,
was gonna ask you about the charity aspect. I've read that you're collaborating with Friends of Bonobos, if I'm not mistaken, foundation, something like that. And you've chose this because it relates to the type of ape that the NFTs are inspired from, if I read that correctly, right?
yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that
So we're gonna be doing weekly charity. We're gonna be doing weekly donations to the Friends of Barnabas, and they're gonna be around sometimes $1,000 up to $10,000 weekly.
Yeah, I think it's super interesting, and everything you've just told us like just begs a lot of questions. You were talking about the treasury and how you're gonna keep on building wealth for the community, and I think it's super important. And at the same time, like you've mentioned so many utilities, and again we've just brushed past them. Like we haven't stopped at all. You mentioned the wallet, the staking, the swap, and what else? The dashboard, exchange, and everything like that. So maybe we can go in just a little bit of details about some of them, like maybe the wallet or the exchange or maybe all of them just a little bit for everyone listening in.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fine.
don't get
Sorry,
me wrong.
guys.
I love it. I love people that come in here and just brush past like seven or six utilities and move on to something else, and then there's something else coming after that, and it's super exciting for our listeners as well, right? But I would love to have a little bit more detail, on some of them. So yeah, just I don't know. Maybe you can start with the swap, which is sort of maybe the more basic stuff. I also noticed that you guys are integrating with Flues, if I'm not mistaken. So you got a Fiat on ramp. So there's a lot of things to unpack.
Yeah, the crazy thing is, someone said that too. Like, we have too much content. It don't seem like it, but we have so much content on our website where it can be overwhelming because we kind of like done everything um like extremely early, where we don't have any utilities kind of on our roadmap. but
Well,
but
that's not a bad thing. If you come up with the utility and then the roadmap is just building it up, I think that's an even healthier way of going about it, right? So and yeah, there's a lot of information. I encourage everyone to go check out the pitch deck, check out the white paper, read all about the team and everything. But I think some of the more versed people in crypto, they love to see this kind of stuff. This is what they want to see when they're looking into investing, when they're trying to find the new NFT hype, or I don't know, the new utility coin that they want to ape in, right? So yeah, there's a lot, but it's a good thing.
thank you, I appreciate it. And I guess I can talk about our wallet. Well, I start from our swap first, and then I'm gonna move to the wallet because everything gets kind of
Yeah.
together.
Mhm.
So guys, our project is Banana Task Force 8. If you guys know, another project recently launched that was completely, it was big. It's something that we're following, and we're going to be buying a lot of land in that project, and a lot of hype kind of followed after that. With other, kind of 8 projects, launching after that. But before I really talk about the utilities, I want to let you guys know that we've been working on Banana Task Force 8 for around it's 7 months. It's going to be 8 months now in April. And if you guys look at our Certec audit, we were audited February 28th. And we were onboarded with Certec probably like maybe a few weeks before our audit was complete. So we're a project that's, we're not following any trends or the hype. It's just a lot of things are happening for us at a good time that we kind of calculated. So that's a little bit about us. Everything we do is very organic, and um, we've been working blood, sweat, and tears, put our own money into the project, as well as having a private sale being made to really bring out, this project that we look at as our child and a gem to everyone. So a couple of things with our utilities that we've been working on for a while now is with our wallet. Um, Now you can be able to swap and you can be able to add liquidity to any tokens on our wallet from one screen. So This is pretty much the basic things you can do when it comes to like the swap that's within our wallet. Um, you can be able to you can be able to do these things, but also you can be able to buy certain tokens or actually some certain blue chip projects on our swap with fiat. So you can be able to use your debit or credit card within our swap to be able to either acquire our tokens or any other project's tokens. That's something that has not been done lately on Ethereum, where we give you know investors that option. And we have worked with a lot of platforms that either if you choose to uh, buy our tokens or buy Ethereum, you have different options such as Apple Pay, KYC options, or non KYC options, where you can be able to acquire your tokens easily. From from every transaction that happens on our swap, 2% of every transaction will go directly into our marketing wallet, which we will be using to really expand our project to retail investors. And when people make these swaps and wallets, they make it just for achievement. We want people to use our swap. So when we launch and everything, we're gonna be hosting a lot of events where we're gonna be giving people their gas fees back if they buy on our wallet, if they buy on our swap. We're gonna be giving people sometimes percentages back if they use our swap because we want people to use our utilities. We just don't want to say we made this and no one uses it. We want to encourage people using it. So we'll be hosting a lot of competitions where we will be giving everyone back their gas fees. If they buy our token or any other token. And with our swap, the cool thing with it is you're not only you're not only tied to Ethereum. Our swap is multi-chain, where you can connect to uh, Binance, Phantom, and Avalanche, and soon to be Matic and Chronos. So you're able to buy Phantom Phantom projects on our in our wallet. You can be able to buy AVAX projects within our wallet, and also Binance projects within our wallet.
And is the wallet going to be non-custodial, so people will have access to their seed phrase and everything?
Yeah, so it will. So yeah, so people will have access. So we won't have access to it. So we're not. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they choose,
Mhm.
yeah. But if they choose to, they could connect their previous wallet through Connect Web 3, or you can actually create you a wallet on our platform where where it will give you your seed phrase. Everything will be only with you, and you can be able to deposit fiat into the wallet.
Yeah, it sounds good, and it sounds like you guys are going for the EVM chains at first, which makes sense. You know, it's a lot easier to just integrate those in the ecosystem, but probably down the line you can integrate a lot more than just the EVM chains.
Exactly. And the thing is, we created this because it's honestly easier for us to constantly update it and upgrade it because we have something that we can honestly keep looking at, updating some of the functionality, and potentially merging our swap, our wallet, our dashboard, and our staking platform together where it can not only be accessed on our website but also on iOS and Samsung devices.
Yeah, that would be super great. And I was looking at your tokenomics too. So you did mention the staking, and I saw the ecosystem and the staking has a 30% allocation out of your tokenomics. So maybe you can give us a few details about the staking. What's planned there? Is it solely for the token? Is it for the NFTs as well, or what's kind of the vision that you planned with the staking?
Yeah, sure. So, and before I really start the staking, I want to say also with our swap, we do have a aggregator system on there, which will be the first type of swap that has been made on Ethereum, where um, with our aggregator, we built something where you can have price arbitrage on a lot of tokens, pretty much saying that you can get the cheapest price on any type of token amongst exchanges. So with our aggregator, if you wanted to buy Ethereum in on Unis on one platform, they're saying that Ethereum is 3,500. On another platform, it's saying it's 3,100. You're going to be buying Ethereum for potentially 3,100 through our aggregator. So our aggregator works amongst all the exchanges where we can give you the cheapest price on not only the blue chip tokens, but also on, any token that's listed on multiple exchanges.
Hmm. Yeah, sounds super exciting. You know,
Yeah.
I know people, yeah, for sure want to buy cheap.
Everybody want to. We try to make it easy. So if somebody want to buy tokens for cheap, we'll have some type. We'll have a function where they can be able to do it. That's within our swap. So it's pretty much two different ones. But with our staking is pretty. We made it not basic, but we made it easy for the retail investor to understand it because later down the line, we're going to be working heavily on improving and upgrading our utilities since we already have a knocked out the way. So with our staking, you're only able to stake BTF tokens to earn APY on those tokens as of right now. Once we file our NFT project with the SEC as a utility, then you'll be able to stake your NFTs for the governance tokens. But as of right now, because we're not under those legal proceedings as of yet, with our NFT project, you can only stake the tokens. But with the tokens, it's single sided staking where you can earn up to 80% APY in BTFA. So if you want to earn up to 25% APY, you will only need 0.1% stake for a minimum of 7 days. If you want to earn up to 50% APY, I believe you need to have zero point 0.5 stake up to, and the minimum requirement is to hold them in for 30 days. And then, of course, if you want the 80% APY, you have to stake 0.75%. You have to have a minimum of leaving it in for up to 60 days. We made our staking simple and, just straightforward because we don't want to cause instability within our project and within our contract where our contract would become unstable because of super high APYs. We chose the most simple because we can allocate these tokens um, amongst all the votes.
Yeah, to be honest, this sounds like a super fair breakdown. And I think some people, well, a lot of people actually enjoy staking, and the way you're doing it sounds like a very fair way. I want to give our community members some time to ask questions as well, but I want to remind everyone, yeah, we've been talking about a lot of technical stuff here and all that, but if you go to the website and you look at the roadmap, you'll see that there are some musical events planned there. So it's not all math, it's not all super serious, right? This is something that you can easily get involved with, and I forgot to mention Sway here. Mentioned it in the beginning. If you join their Telegram and say that you're coming from Whale Coin Talk, there's going to be a chance for you to win some cash prizes as well. So anybody listening in, we have their official links in our main chat. Bananataskforceape.com is the website, and you're probably safer just going to the website and finding the Telegram link there, or just go to the portal from our main chat at BTFA entry portal, and you'll make it in no problem. So before I open it up to community members, is I know you're gonna have sex listings. I know there's a lot more to come, and yeah, the roadmap is so extensive. We're probably gonna need a few hours if we're going into every detail. But give us some details about the pre-sale that's upcoming in a few days here, and what sort of the hard cap for it. Is it whitelisted? Like, just give us the breakdown of that, and then I can open it up to community members.
Yeah, sure. And then I just wanted to add to that. With our concerts and stuff, like the thing is, we're kind of it's we don't want to be like assholes or anything, but we kind of want to make fun of all the technical projects by doing all of this utility now, so we can fucking have fun. Like crypto is crypto is boring as hell now. You hop into a project, it's okay vibes, whatever. You get out on a 2 or 3 X, whatever. We want to make this shit back fun. We want to make it back like during days where there wasn't any type of marketing distribution to wallets, where we had to get the community to work their ass off to make sure a project go over $1 billion market cap. Like a lot of people forget, but the bigger projects, big huge projects in the space now that are like giants, you know, they didn't have a marketing wallet. They didn't have like distributions and stuff happening from every transaction. They had to have the community to be hyped as fuck every day, every hour, to really shill and promote their project. Like what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring back that type of level of human engagement where we're all having a good time. We're all spreading the word. We're connecting with our peers either physically or virtually, and we just really want to bring you know that fun back because we can be technical all day about the utilities, whatever, but we just want to get the utilities out the way that are a lot of technical projects milestones to make fun of that shit because at the end of the day, everybody wants to have fun. And with what we're going to be doing, if you hold our NFTs, you will have free access to any music or art event that we do. So we're going to be doing a lot of events where we'll have artists there, like Little Yachty, Grimes, because at the end of the day, even though she's Elon Musk, girl, she's still a paid to hire musician. So we're going to be doing a lot of events where NFT holders will have free access rather than general admission. And when these NFT holders go back home, they can expect, you know, an airdrop of Ethereum in their wallet. We want to pay people to have a good time, you know, uh, and be in our events. And because we're doing this, we're going to get a lot of retail investors in our project because some people are going to be there to just have a good time, but then they're going to realize like, wait, who's sponsoring this, who own this, and then they'll look it up and it's us.
Yeah,
So
it sounds super nice, and I love that you said that. It's like, yeah, do the work and then we can have fun. But I think some people might find fun in actually just getting involved with just buying some NFTs. Calculating those APYs. Trying to swing trade here and there. Yeah, yeah, they'll get excited about the revenue share. So of course, more fun will come down the line, but for a lot of people, it's just about getting involved, finding the right community, finding the right team, finding the right project, finding the right sentiment, is exactly as you've said, right? And when you find that, then of course you're gonna stay, you're gonna get involved, you're gonna push it harder, you're gonna help everyone around. So I think it's a pretty good way of going about it. So I see we got a few hands up here. Let me unmute some people. Let's see. Syed Rahmat, go for it.
Yeah, thank you, Akti. So you mentioned about this that NFT holders will have access to the live events and concerts. So I was just wondering that are you in talk with any singer or performer for this concert that will be organized in future?
yeah, so actually, I'm actually in talks with, actually, I brought it up like Little Yachty. I'm in talks with Little Yachty. I'm in talks with Coily Ray. I'm in talks with Little Dirt. I have gotten, I did get a um, proposition from Grimes' team. Um, if we want Grimes to perform, she wants $100,000. So currently we do have people, and Angie does a lot of it, where we talk to a couple artists or their team, and we're pretty much getting their prices. Because the funny thing is, if you pay like a musician to make a tweet about your project, they might charge you like 10 to 20,000. But if you actually hire them for an event, they will charge you 20,000. So you're getting more for that hiring that musician to perform rather than just having them tweet, to show your project. So we're actually are in talks with a couple of musicians now, just to prepare everything because at the end of the day, when we sell out of our NFTs, we're gonna have a lot of money. Like let's be real here, but we want to put that money to use. So we're getting down a lot of musicians, travel expenses, roadie expenses, where we pay for the team, security expenses, where if or we're going to provide them security, or if they're going to provide their own security, we got to book cars for them, travel vans and stuff like that. So we're actually hiring a legal team, which I brought up earlier, which is Upper Hayden, because not only they're going to be our blockchain attorney and everything and helping us with our NFT project, but they're going to be giving us other outlets where we can facilitate a lot of these contracts that we'll be doing with musicians when it comes to our events.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. I was also wondering that in which country or region these live events or concerts will be held initially, and are you planning on organizing them on global level as well?
Um, as of right now, I think the first year will just be the U.S. But we do want to expand it globally, and our outlook is going to Europe, like to go into like Europe and whatnot. But we have to like follow the right legal procedures before we will do anything out of state.
Okay, got it. It makes sense. So you mentioned about this 10,000 NFTs. So I was wondering, will only the BTFA token holders will be able to get them? And will they be whitelist for these NFTs and any limit on these NFTs per wallet?
Yeah, so we've been thinking. So if you hold our token on BTFA, because that's one of our utilities, any BTFA holder who holds a certain amount of tokens, we're gonna be coming up with that number sometimes later down when we release our NFTs, you will be automatically whitelisted to be able to mint these NFTs. And with
Okay.
the with the max, you will probably the max is maybe like two NFTs per wallet.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much. I really like your project, and
Thank you,
uh, and best of luck.
thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, Syed. Let me move over to Venice. Venice, do you have a question for Sway here?
Yeah, actually, thank you so much for allowing me. Actually, I saw the roadmap of Banana Task Force, and it is mentioned that you guys will have retailer clothing partnership. So I was wondering, will these clothing retailers sell your merchandises through their physical shops, or they will integrate banana tokens to their payment methods as well?
So they won't be integrating it in their payment methods, but we'll be doing that on our end with our merchandise shop on our website. But these retailers will be selling it on their website in USD, and they will be selling it in stores. So we're going to be working with a lot of urban brands that a lot of artists like Jay Z, Chance the Rapper, and a couple of musicians wear daily. Um, we're going to be working with these people, and some of the supply will go to them where they can sell it on their website and in store, and then some of the supply will go to our website where where if you hold our tokens, you'll be able to access our merchandise store and be able to either buy our merchandise with either our native token or Ethereum.
Okay, that's great. And as you also have a 30 unique NFTs giveaway planned for investors and influencers. So I wanted to know that will these investors also given any premium membership of your concerts or any other event or any other benefits for those holders?
Um, Honestly, not really. It's just to have, um, it's just really just to have, a special NFT for really showing, appreciation and releasing content about us. So we don't pay influencers team tokens or influencer tokens. We don't do that with influencers. Some influencers who talk about our project and we don't even have to pay them. We'll give them our honorary NFTs, which is a very limited amount, meaning that if somebody's talking about us and we like that person, we'll get their ETH address and send them an NFT, a special NFT, because they're talking about our project with us not even have to either pay them or negotiate with them. So all that support that we get from influencers, that's free promo for us. We'll just shoot them over an NFT. Two influencers that talk about us a lot and follow us heavily, that we gave NFTs to were Ryan Patrick. He's a really big YouTuber and Twitter influencer. He's pretty well known in the space. And Rodney from Crypto Journeys, he's a big influencer in the space. That's pretty known for his antiques and stuff. But we gave them, two NFTs. We will be working with other influencers and stuff because a lot of people are asking about our special NFTs right now. So we will be sending a few more people like Jay Gagan, um, you know, probably Zach Humphreys and Wealthyverse team. But those are two people we have now, and with the investors, anyone who contributed in our private sale and had max allocation got a special NFT. And then anyone who joined our moderating team, and just do it for the project instead of money, they got a free NFT. So
Okay, you really explained everything, and I got my all issues resolved. So thank you so much.
no problem.
Thank you for the question, Venice. Let's see, Aisha. Aisha, you had a question for Sway? Go for it.
Yeah, thank you, Acti. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. It's mentioned on your white paper that holding BTFA tokens will also give special access to future pre-sales if holder wallet passes prior risk assessment. I was wondering what kind of risk assessment holder has to pass to be eligible for pre-sales.
Yeah, so pretty much just not really just shitting on everybody. There's like, just not dumping aggressively, pumping and dumping, trying to like aggressively swing trade, which makes our chart volatile. As long as, that doesn't happen, then they automatically have access to future whitelist. But if that does happen, then they won't be eligible. And how we're gonna make that happen is the team won't be able to do everything. Like look at wallets, do those risk assessments, but we're actually expanding our team where we're going to be hiring people, and the first person that we're going to be hiring is a cyber data security analyst and auditor, where not only they'll be checking our website for any, loose ends or holes in our website and utilities, but also be checking every wallet that holds our tokens to make sure that they're not having a high chance of volatility. So we're going to be hiring a professional to be monitoring everything when it comes to our website and wallets.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, on your white paper, I have read that Banana Index dashboard in version 2 will have farming, freezing, and NFT staking features. I want to know that what will be the timeline for the release of V2 of dashboard.
V2, I'll probably say like maybe like the V2 dashboard can happen in like 2 months. I would say for the final version of everything, I would say a year. So our V2s will come out probably like maybe 2 months or so, 2 3 months, and then the final versions of everything where we merge everything together, make it fluid, clean. We'll probably do a lot of logo and design changes. That will take up to a year because we want to make sure that we don't have any instability. We want to make sure that we buy a shit ton of servers to handle the capacity of people that's accessing our DApp, and also we want to make sure that we have everything ready when it comes to functionality. So we will have V2s of everything probably like in the next few months, but the final version and then in the next and like probably next year, January, just because we're going to be hiring more developers, front end and back end, to be a part of the team so we can constantly keep moving, because crypto changes. So we want to constantly keep being ahead of the curve.
Okay, got it. And final question from my side. I'm just curious. I wanted to know that why did you felt the need of to create separate governance token? I mean, wasn't it possible to use the BFTA token as a governance token and have same implementations as Bandix token?
So we wanted to create because each token, well, each smart contract has unique like features. Meaning, like for the native token BTFA, you have to, if you hold our tokens, you will get access to whitelist on IDOs and minting, and also coin tiered events. With our NFT smart contract, you would get access to secret sections of our website, and you'll get staking revenue, and also you'll be invited to every event that we do. So we have like kind of different unique functions within our smart contracts where each contract isn't going to be the same when it comes to, you know, features, or special things that would give to holders. Because if we had the same functions and everything and the BTFA tokens, the governance, and the NFT collection, then we're going to see people dumping our native token for our governance, or also dumping our governance for native. Each thing has a different unique attribute to it. And with our governance token, the cool thing about our governance is our governance holds more stability to be cross chain compared to our native token. And with our governance token, we're going to be working with Everrise to be able to bridge way before we launched on Binance, Phantom, Avalanche, Matic, and Chronos.
Okay, thank you for answering so well. I got it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you, Aisha, for the questions. Let's take one more. I see Mike here has had his hand up for a while as well. Mike, do you have a question? Go for it.
Hey guys, thank you for letting me talk. Yeah, I just had a quick question about your private sale. How did that go? How much was raised? And are they vested? And what's the percentage difference between private and pre-sale?
Yeah, sure. So, private sale, we did that probably like 2 months ago. The original was 30 ETH, but we had a lot of people and like pretty huge projects look at us, and they were really interested. So we ended up raising it to 40 ETH, and then we went over by seven. So our private sale was 70 ETH, um, which I believe is around. I think it was around $160,000, and we filled our private sale probably, I would say, within 7 days, and that's before we even had 100 members on our Telegram. Um, so with that, that's what's pretty much happened with our private sale. Private sale allocation is 17.5%, I believe, of the total supply is allocated to private sale compared to 15% allocated to public pre-sale. And the minimum contribution was either one Ethereum, which would give them 0.375% of the total supply, or two Ethereum, which would give them 0.75% of the total supply. So that's pretty much 0.25% under 1%. So essentially, they gave private investors double of what public pre-sale would have, but everything is at the same price. So there's no really price differences or anything. It's just that private investors got allocated a little more, so we can be able to finish all of our utilities and marketing. Now, with the 0.375%, that's not going to be vested just because that's that's kind of under a whale bag. So that's not really something that we're concerned about. But for the people who did max contribution, which was to Ethereum, which is 0.75%, they are vested. They get their 0.375% at launch, and then they'll get their other 0.375% after 7 days. As long as they don't dump their whole bags, or as long as they don't do anything that's volatile to our trading chart. If they don't follow our rules that we also have listed on our Telegram, they'll automatically forfeit their tokens that are vested.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you. And what was my other question? Yeah, you know what? Actually, you did answer it. That was investing. That's it for me. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, thank you, Mike, for the question. And I want
Yep.
to remind everyone there is an opportunity to win some cash prizes here if you join the Telegram, as we've mentioned halfway through. You can find the Telegram link right in our main chat here at Whalecoin Talk. The chat is locked, so just go to BTFA entry portal, join the group, and you can say something like, I don't know, Whalecoin Talk sent me here, or that you've enjoyed the AMA or anything like that, so they know you're coming from over here. And Sway, before we end this, I wanted to like we've covered a lot today. We went through a lot of utilities, like the swap, the wallet, the staking dashboards, your treasury, the governments, the art studios, the NFTs, and I just wanted to make sure that if there's something that I haven't asked you about, or if there's anything that you want to talk about, please do so. Otherwise, maybe just try to sum everything up in a few words and leave us with a bang here.
Yeah. So I could say two things. One thing I left out. So um, our the reason why we're going to pump heavily with BTFA is when you hold the BTFA token, you will get a one of one airdrop randomly to your wallet of our governance token. So that means if you hold a whale bag or if you hold any type of bags in our native token, you will get a random airdrop of our governance token. We're gonna do it randomly, but there's gonna be where if you have $100,000 of BTFA, you know, expect at least something like that within your wallet from our governance. And that's something that we've seen two really big projects do because we want to give back to the holders who actually hold our token. So if someone sells their bag early, they're missing out on that one of one airdrop of our governance. That's really a core utility that we have. And I want to end it off with this. Um, our goal is to, not speculate our investors or our community. We don't want to preach bullshit or things that we cannot achieve because that's a dissatisfaction to you guys, and that also is an impact to our integrity. So our goal is to do everything precise, be properly prepared, so we can prevent poor performance. Because if we're speculative and we're talking bullshit out of our ass, and we're saying that we're going to do this, and we don't have an idea what the fuck is going on, we will fail. But I want to tell you guys, our community knows, no gimmicks, more fundamentals. We're not here to look for investors. We're here to make millionaires. If we wanted to do that, we would have raised our hard cap extremely high because of what we're delivering. But we're launching on a low market cap. We have all of this ready now because we want to make millionaires. We want people to fucking have 1,000x or 10,000x. We want to change lives. That's our goal. We want to do this in a space. We want to be able to do something that would change someone's day. That's all I have to say.
I love it, Sway. I love it. Yeah, it's been awesome talking to you today. And like I said, guys, if you want to learn more, get involved, go to bananataskforceape.com and you'll find all the information there. You'll find all the links to the socials, all the links to the white paper, pitch deck, everything you need. These guys are built well, have built something incredible and are still building even more. So there's a lot to get involved with. So thank you very much for coming today, Sway, and putting this forward to our community. I really appreciate it. It's been awesome talking to you.
Likewise, it's been awesome talking to you guys. And like you said, we are having a competition on our end. If you join our community, say Well Coin Talk sent me. We are giving 10 people $25 of Ethereum, and we will be announcing it 10 minutes after this AMA.
I love it. I love it. Excellent. So guys, head on over there. Tell them who sent you, and you'll get a chance to win some hard cash.